Show.
Jacqueline Harris has a Master in Social Work from Fordham University. She is a producer and talk show host of I Have a Dream Too, Empowering You. She is also the founder and CEO of a nonprofit organization called I Have a Dream Too, Inc. I had to. Just ask me. Jacqueline is an entrepreneur, empowerment coach, motivational speaker, and visionary. She believes that all people can redefine their purpose, their place, and their possibilities through determination, persistence, and tenacity. Jacqueline has begun to crystallize her goals. Without difficulty, she continues to make plans daily to achieve all possibilities. With her supreme confidence, determination, and disregard for obstacles and other people's criticisms, she will carry out her plans. Why? I have a dream too. Jacqueline knows she can dream anything she wants to dream. That's the beauty of the human mind. Jacqueline can do anything she wants to do. That is the strength of the human will. Most importantly, Jacqueline trusts herself to test all limits. This will be Jacqueline's courage to succeed. Come join me on this journey of empowerment because you have a dream too.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my new hit online TV talk show, I Have a Dream Too, Empowering You. And tonight we are definitely on a journey of empowerment. I have my first guest here this evening, and she is Miss Valerie Moore, and we're going to welcome her. Thank you for coming in, Miss Valerie.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good, good, good. Valerie Moore, she is the CEO of Always and Forever Young, Inc., a nonprofit organization. She is also currently owns 9 sober homes, as well as emergency housing. So tonight we're going to talk about how you empower people through your services, through your talents, and you know what? Where did this all begin?
It all began with me working as a nurse, treating patients with alcohol and drug dependencies. And when they were to be discharged, they had nowhere to go. So I had a patient that actually sat down on the railroad tracks because she had nowhere to go after discharge. And I had other patients that would check into a cheap motel and OD. We discharged them at by 11 a.m. By 7 p.m., they were gone, dead from overdose.
Dead from overdose.
So what I decided, I said, let me fill a need that was really needed. Once patients come out of a hospital setting or psych setting, I set up comfortable living arrangements for them, and they could stay anywhere from 3 to 9 months until they could get further services. I also have employment services. I network with employment agencies. I network with different city and government programs to provide long-term, low-quality, low-cost housing for them.
Right. Okay. All right. So as you know, the show is about redefining your purpose, your place, and your possibilities. So you talked about being a nurse, and at some point you found that really your passion, and still helping people was really about you had to redefine yourself. And where did that really come from at that point?
At that point, me redefining myself, I decided that I could offer so much more than working a 9 to 5 or 12 to 8.
It's almost like you were in a box.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
And I got tired of fighting with the other nurses for vacation time,
yes,
holiday time, and just time off. And I just had this greater calling inside of me.
Yes.
That, Valerie, you could do so much more. You have so many gifts to offer. But you're...
The camera. We have a little technical difficulties right now, okay? But that's all right. That's what we have, live TV. So these things do happen. So as you said, Always and Forever Young. What made you come up with that name?
Well, basically from Rod Stewart's song. I love that song, Forever Young. So the meaning to me of that song was you're always somebody's child.
Right.
No matter what you go through, no matter what curveballs life throw you, you're always somebody's baby. So at the end of the day, when we see someone down on their luck and they're on the street and they have nowhere to go and they're sleeping on the street, that's someone's child.
Right.
You know, so that's pretty, that's what inspired the name. And my organization, we help people all ages, all ages.
Right. Yes. And so this really came about, also your passion in helping people also came about when you talked about, when I met you at the Women's Empowerment Luncheon and your background in terms of, you know, where you grew up and so forth. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I'm the oldest of 6 siblings.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mother was she was married, but my dad left her at 19 with 3 children. So we pretty much struggled for a while until my mother found, you know, a good job as a telephone operator. And we were in the shelter system.
The camera.
We were in the shelter system at one point, and it was just, the conditions to me were deplorable because they, you know, the rooms were run down and the sheets that they gave us had holes in them. So when I opened up my first home, I said, you know, when the people come in, they're gonna have flat screen TVs.
Okay.
They're gonna have, you know, what we have. And I also try to encourage them when they come into the program, always think about the next person.
Right.
Don't just because we have a leather couch or we have this, we have that. Don't just tear it up and abuse it. Think, always save some or you. Let's try to keep the place nice for the next person that needs help. Because once you get the help that you need here, you know, you can come back, give back, help out, come back and volunteer. You know, so I always try to instill that because growing up, that's what my mother taught me. Like, you know, help out and
give back, get empower, right? And through all of that and your own things that you have dealt with and being able to know from experience, okay, that there's always you can do better. If you trust, if you put faith in it and you push forward, then you can always do better. And I'm sure as someone, as a CEO and having been in the business for quite some time, that you've actually have pushed and empowered those clients, those residents to be able to help them to even maybe just create their purpose. Sometimes not even redefining it because the issues that they may have dealt with, they don't even know what their purpose is.
Exactly.
You know, so are there any success stories that you can share from, you know, you talk about 9 sober homes, 9 sober living resident homes and so forth. What does that really look like?
Well, what it looks like, a lot of confusion.
Okay.
A lot of confusion, a lot of counseling, a lot of house meetings, and a lot of redirection. Just trying to, you know, letting people know we fall down, but we can get up.
Right.
Like I had one client, he came to me through the prison system and reentry program, and I'd see him at the gas station pumping gas for $1. He, you know, he gotten back on crack, and I used to talk to him. I said, "Listen, you can do a lot better. You know, you can do a lot better."
Right.
He'd be like, "Miss Valerie, I'm going to come back to the house, and I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better." Came back, got into treatment, took his CDL. He's a truck driver now.
Oh, wonderful.
He has his own place. He's driving across the country. So we do have a lot of people that use it to empower themselves, uplift themselves, and move to the next level.
Okay.
And on the flip side, we do have some people that come in and feel like, I'm going to try to skate under the radar.
Right.
I have 3 hots, I have a cot, and
as you say, milk the system.
Yes, yes. And once again, I have to step up to the plate and say, no, this is not what I'm doing.
This is not what it's about.
This is not what it's about. If you're gonna be here, you're gonna do something to uplift yourself.
Right.
To make your life better. Because that's what it's all about.
Exactly. And that's what it is about. And that's why it's so important for me to create the show, to create the opportunity, because it is about I have a dream too. And so just like the gentleman you talked about who was, at the gas station for $1 for this and $1 for that, but somewhere during that discussion, that dialogue, you helped him to remove those labels that perhaps were put on him. He's from, I was in prison. So, automatically as a man, okay, you already have negative things against you. But being able to remove those things and push through and keep pushing allows you the ability to dream and to realize that dream. And that's why I felt it was so important for you to come on and talk about how anybody can get caught up. Okay?
Yes.
Anybody, and no one really is immune from it.
No one.
No, in today's economy, no one is immune from it.
No one.
And if you step off the wrong track or get on the wrong path, whatever it may be, is that you can get caught up and become homeless, etc. But the whole idea is to stream out on the airways that we want people to keep pushing and dreaming, because the dreams can come true if you allow it to be. So, and that's what we want to talk about, is instilling those messages, those words into residents, clients, teens, family. I have a dream too, if you just listen to me. And a lot of times, as I say throughout, we don't talk. Everything is social network. We were just talking about that earlier. Yes. You don't have to talk to anybody these days. You can text them, tweet them, and all of these things, but we really don't get to know the person. And so I'm very proud of you for being able to do that. And you're also expanding a program as well. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. I'm right now in the process of renovating an old motel to provide more transitional housing for people that are trying to get their lives back on track so that they can realize their dream and move forward into the future. We'd like to accept donations. It could be sheetrock, paint.
Okay,
nails.
So you're looking for donations?
Yes, we're looking for donations.
Okay. So what is it that you need so people who are listening can hear it? What kind of donations are you looking for?
Plumbing supplies.
Plumbing supplies, okay.
Sheetrock, roofing supplies, heating, like the electric radiators, electrical supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, just building material.
Building
like
material.
A lot of building material.
And where is this particular location?
The location is in Ridge, New York.
Okay, that's out way out in Suffolk County at the
that's
end.
out. Yeah, that's out.
Okay.
That's out. But we plan on getting it up and off the ground so that we can service a lot of families that need help, especially in this economic system, the way things are. A lot of people aren't working, have lost their homes.
Right.
Due to foreclosures, and so we see people that have been well off, very well off,
and it's all gone.
And it's all gone.
Right. And sometimes it's through no fault of their own. No. It's the economy.
The death of a spouse.
Exactly.
Yes.
We have seen people that have been on their jobs 25 years, and all of a sudden they get laid off. What happens?
Exactly.
All of that money is gone. So, like we said earlier, nobody is immune to that, and that's why it's important to know that these programs do exist. And so where can people reach you to donate?
They can reach me at, my office is 12 Colonial Springs Road in Wheatley Heights, New York. And they can also reach me at VALUWR@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Also.
And you also have a website?
My website is v.moore@alwaysandforeveryoung.org.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. We're going to take a break and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multi-discipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Welcome back to I Have a Dream 2, my new hit online TV talk show where we are here helping people to redefine their purpose, your place, your possibilities. And I am your host, Jacqueline Harris, and tonight we have Ms. Valerie Moore. She is the CEO of Always and Forever Young, a nonprofit corporation. So we were just talking about what you do and what the things that you have accomplished and so forth. And through your journey of empowerment, you know, to date, you have helped over 1,000 individuals change their lives and offered them something different. And you help them to, as I call it, change their trajectory and moving forward in this journey of empowerment. So you also have a scholarship program. You want to talk about that?
Okay, our scholarship program, we're going to be selecting a student from Wyandanch High School, and we're going to be offering their first semester in college. We'll be helping them pay some of their bills to take the stress off of them.
Okay. Is there a deadline or anything for that, or is it?
Well, the deadline, our scholarship is going to start June of 2015.
Okay.
So we have the scholarship drive. So also, if anyone wants to donate, pledge to the scholarship fund, it will be going to an honest student coming from Wyandanch High School.
Excellent. Yes. Excellent. Nice. And so as the holidays are approaching us also, you also have Toys for Tots. Our
Toys for Tots, we're going to have a Christmas party at Always and Forever Young, where we'll be doing a coat drive for our vets that are there. We have vets that they're in need of clothing, all kinds of things.
Okay.
So we'll be doing a coat drive and a toy drive at our Christmas party.
And when will that Christmas party be?
It's going to be December 20th.
December 20th. Do you have a time?
It's going to be at, I believe, 6 o'clock at 12 Colonial Springs Road in Wheatley Heights, New York.
In Wheatley Heights. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we'll make sure that that information gets out again so that we can promote your toy drive. But you also, Valerie, do other things as well, okay?
Yes.
So you, as they say, we multitask.
Yes.
So you're also an event planner as well.
Yes.
And you do you have some
Hall.
events and a hall as well. And just talk a little bit about that as well.
Okay, well, I got started in the event planning because with the recovery houses, grants have been very scarce. We haven't been able to get funding from the state on the state level or the federal level. So I decided to create a program to fund my non-for-profit.
Got you.
So I started doing events. I have tent rentals, bouncers for the summer. I do outdoor, winter, year-round. We do weddings. We do baby showers, birthday parties, anniversary parties. We have decorators on staff, or we let you decorate yourself.
Okay.
You know? so we this money also that we raise
helps feed the nonprofit.
Yeah, it helps fund a lot of projects for the non-for-profits because a lot of people, they don't have money to look for jobs. They don't have money for clothes, so we try to take them shopping. We can't afford to take them into Macy's or Bloomingdale's, but we'll take them to the thrift store, get them, to get them started with pants, shirt, tie, to look interview ready.
Okay.
So that's our goal, to get them dressed so that they'll be able to go out and succeed.
And that's part of the planning, you run workshops or something with that?
We run workshops. We run resume writing shops at the hall.
Okay.
We have computers that were donated to us by Holiday Inn.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
They've been donating.
Corporate style.
Yes.
Okay.
They've been donating a lot of stuff to us. So I try to recycle everything. Everything, intertwine it, because to me, life is so intertwined.
Yes.
Like if all the pieces don't fit, the puzzle don't fit, you can't have a half a person.
Right.
They have to be just as well housed, fed, emotional support, educational support, employment support. It takes a lot to get a human being back on track.
Yes.
So it takes a lot. It's not just, I know a lot of places, well, we have food programs, but food programs alone don't get a family or an individual back on track.
Now, you do all of these events and food planning and all of the at your Colonial Drive?
I do them there. We also, we can be hired out.
Okay.
We just did an event at the Marriott for another organization. We do a lot of events for other non-for-profits, and because my place is small, so if there's a wedding for 200 people, 500 people, we help you find your venue.
Okay.
We'll help you locate your venue. We'll decorate your venue.
Okay.
We'll greet your guests. We're event planners.
Okay, great.
We're extreme event
planners, right? I hear that. I definitely hear that.
Yes.
And then you also have hall rental.
Yes, which I rent the hall. Right now I'm renting it. My church is renting it. They have a computer school, so Bridges Educational Center. No, Bridges Learning Center, excuse me. So they rent the hall.
Okay.
And other, like Organic Gold, different
businesses and so forth.
Networking.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So you also have the ability to allow people to rent a place, to launch a business, to hold an event, and it's here in Wheatley Heights, in Suffolk County. So that's great as well. So you have a lot of stuff that you've accomplished and, making things happen. And it's, again, I had to. So let me just ask you, Valerie, what would be your had to moment?
My had to moment was when I was going into the city to take care of some business. So coming back from the city, I decided I had to go to the bathroom. So I go into the Long Island Railroad bathroom station, and there are women sleeping in the bathroom on the floor.
Wow.
So immediately, I went in my bag, I took out my cards. I was like, you guys don't got to sleep on the floor. Here, take my card, take my card. Call me, call me, call me. And quite a few of the women called me, and they were like, well, we didn't know, places like this exist. Because pretty much the way they explained to me, they get tired of the shelter system because the shelter system wakes them up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and then they sit at DSS all day long.
That's right.
They're pickpocketed, they're beat up. So they just get disenchanted with this whole system.
And it's humiliating.
Yeah, very. Very.
It's dehumanizing.
And they don't have an address where they can get mail or they can write their, because a lot of them have grown children, or they have children in foster care.
Right.
They don't have a place to visit that the children can come and actually sit in a living room, somewhere safe that the social workers feel comfortable bringing the children to visit with them. So they took my cards, and they've been calling me, and they've been telling their friends about me, and friends of a friend, and
so
families, and caseworkers.
And that's what I call about I have a dream too. And that's something, by giving that card, it's like, I have a dream too. And it is to be off and be in someplace safe that's warm, that will allow you to sleep in a bed. So I really applaud you for all your efforts in helping men and women in the community and the services that you offer. So once again, if people want to reach you have a phone number?
They can reach me at 631-926-3796.
Okay. And your website, again, is?
v.moore@alwaysandforeveryoung.org.
Is that Always and Forever? Is that the acronyms, or is it all spelled out as one?
Well, we do have an acronym. Okay. But I believe it's, no, I don't know it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's AFYY.
Right.
My assistant just made it up.
Okay. All right, that's okay. We got your phone number, 631-926-3796. Right. So if anyone is interested in wanting to have an event, Miss Valerie has hall rentals. She's also an event planner, wedding, any baby shower, anything in relation to a business you want to launch. You want to have a launch gathering. And then also, if you're in need of housing, you would call Valerie Moore to get some more information. So I want to thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for sharing your had to moment, because I know you have a dream too.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Good evening. Welcome back to I Have a Dream 2, Empowering You, online TV talk show. And we are back this evening with a new guest, Miss Yolanda Givens, all the way from Chicago, and we are Skyping her in from Chicago. Yolanda Givens is an entrepreneur. She's a nonprofit professional. She is inspirational speaker and a host, but she's also a national executive director for Project Curve Appeal. Welcome this evening, Miss Yolanda.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, all the way from Chicago. Very well. So you now are the National Executive Director of Project Curve Appeal, and you also are a chapter owner as well in Chicago. So talk to me a little bit about Project Curve Appeal and how this all came about.
Well, Project Curve Appeal is a national organization, and the mission of the organization, which started in 2008, by a lady by the name of Bev Wilson. And really, it was to address some of the distorted perception of plus-size women. I got involved actually for my sister. I found the organization for her. And as I began to help her to become a part of the organization, I actually fell in love with the mission. I always say, you know, I use myself as an example because I am not a plus-size woman. I have never been a plus-size woman, but I fell so in love with the mission, and it was so a part of who I am. I just found myself leading the Chicago chapter, became the owner, found myself involved on a national level, and now for year 2, 2015 be my second year as the executive director for Project Curb Appeal.
Okay, great, wonderful. And so as I had talked with you earlier, and I gave you an idea of what the show was about, and I like the idea and the mission of being able to empower women to make an impact on their lives, okay, that it doesn't matter what size you are, okay?
Absolutely.
It means that you still are a woman, and that you still can be a leader in all of this, no matter what your size is. So I know you have a lot of stuff that's going on. I've been reading all about Project Curb Appeal, and I know it's been absolutely wonderful, the journey that you have been on. So actually, you are what is the BFF Management Company, the co-author of that, the co-owner of that? What is that about?
BFF Management Company is a company that my sister, best friend, and I, that's really what the BFF stands for, that we launched last year. And it's funny because it kind of supports what I do with Project Curb Appeal, because it's all about making other people's dreams come true and being able to support them in that. Project Curb Appeal, although the mission kind of started off as being about women of curvier size, of plus size, it just has become this phenomenal organization that's focused on empowering women and really supporting women and giving them a platform to meet other women that are like them, talk about their businesses, live out some of the dreams and some of the things that they've always wanted to do. I have seen transformations of women to being insecure and not having as much confidence to now, you know, an abundance of confidence.
In front of the camera. And also, I know you have a magazine and a modeling thing that you're launching as well. Just a little bit about the magazine in terms of how that empowers women, because that's really what it's all about, is the confidence level gets raised and enhanced of being a plus-size curvy woman. So the magazine is talk a little bit about that.
You know, everything we do target the plus-size community or the curvier woman, because there's no directory. I mean, there is now. You know, let me take that back. There are a lot of websites and online magazines that are available to plus-size women. But again, it just goes back to, you know, whether you're a size 2 or a size 22, it's about being confident with who you are. It's about being confident with your body type. You know, it's about knowing what looks good on you, what to wear, what not to wear. And it's about being able to embrace and celebrate yourself as a woman. And the magazine will do some of that. You know, it'll give women the opportunity to tell their story, to talk about their transformation, to share their dreams, and to talk about and promote their businesses. So it'll just be a platform, you know, for women, targeting plus-size women, but really it's about all women.
It's about women, and it's not just about plus-size. It really is about empowering women from many walks of life and so forth. And then also the modeling program that is also going to be launched in the city, New York City here, November 12th.
Yes. You know, sometimes people look and they see, they thought, you guys are a plus-size modeling agency. We're not. The modeling comes into play as one of the visions for the founder of Project Curb Appeal, because a lot of women, you'd be surprised, have never had makeovers, you know, have never had someone to style them, have just never had the opportunity to feel like a model or have that day of being a model where they're pampered. And it's kind of a draw. We've had women to come in and, you know, after being made over and after being talked to or trained on posture or how to walk, we really have a lot of women that are really aspiring as plus size models in that industry. So we just, again, goes back to kind of a platform for people doing things that they've always wanted to do or even discovering things that they didn't know they could do.
Right. You mentioned earlier that you're a chapter member, etc. Now, chapters, if someone wants to become a member of Project Curve Appeal, what do they need to do?
Well, we do have a website.
Okay.
You can definitely go to the website, and that's www.projectcurveappeal.com. And there are chapters. We have chapters or Project Curve Appeal teams in about 22 cities. Chicago happens to have one of the largest chapters. And you go in, check us out, fill out just like any other thing, do an inquiry. There is a fee, like with anything, with any organization, for you to join, but you get something in return. We just had our annual Curve Appeal convention here in Chicago the first weekend in October, and it was a phenomenal experience. We had ladies from Dallas and Vegas and Atlanta and Columbus, Ohio, just all across the states, along with the following that we have here in Chicago. So really, you know, check us out. We're a movement,
yes.
But we take pride in also being a sisterhood. And just see, you know, all the different things that we offer, from educational workshops to health awareness. We do tons of community service and just giving back to the community. And again, you know, having an opportunity for women business owners to connect with other women and network.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I just don't want to put it out there that Project Curve Appeal is just, you know, a place where curvy women get together, but it does have some meaning and some value to it, whereby it's about workshop, it's about wellness, it's about a place to network where other women can exchange opportunities amongst each other. And so it's really, again, that great movement that you're trying to expand across the states here. Do you have a chapter in New York?
We do have it. We have a chapter that's being pre-launched in New York, so people can look for that. In 2015, we have two beautiful young ladies that is getting together, working together to relaunch the chapter in New York City. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And then also you're doing some hiring right now.
We do. We're really looking for people that can come in and help us with sales, help us with some marketing, help us with some sponsorship. We have some commission-based opportunities because we're growing. I mean, our goal is really to take this movement to the next level in 2015. So we are trying to fill some of those positions and just bring people in to be a part of what we're doing next year.
Right. Just go back a little bit on the employment piece. So anyone who may be looking for an opportunity to be a part of Curve Appeal, that they can apply where?
Online. They can definitely online.
Go to projectcurveappeal.com.
Also give my email and address before we end tonight.
Okay.
But if they're looking for, you know, to be a part of Project Curve Appeal, there are several options. If there's a chapter already in that city, you can definitely reach out to that chapter and become a part both locally and on a national level. There is opportunity for women to start a chapter and do the whole franchise and become the chapter owner and launch a chapter in their city. And then there are others who just want to be connected to an organization, and we call them remote members. We may not have a chapter in that city at the moment, but they want to be connected to what's going on with the movement. So they join, we keep them linked, you know, as part of. There are definitely some perks to being a member of the organization. So it's just go online, check it out, fill out the application. We do a follow-up, so it's doing that inquiry. Then we have a recruiting manager that follows up with all of the inquiries that come through.
Okay. So you said you're looking for some people to sponsor, do you have to be connected to one of the chapters in your local area? Is that correct? In order to partake
to be a sponsor?
Some of the hiring positions that you have available.
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay. How does that work?
You do not have to be a member.
Right. So for people who
there are some commission-based opportunities to assist with the sales and again the sponsoring and some of the marketing. And no, you do not have to be a member in order to fill those positions.
Okay. And that's what I wanted to clear up, because someone who may be listening or whoever may be listening may see an opportunity to gain some employment, to do some commission-based work, and they may live out here we're in the Long Island, New York area, and may be able to say, well, there's no chapter out here. But I would be interested in doing some management, sales, etc. So that's good to know. You do not have to be part of a chapter, in your local area. So anyone who's interested in doing a franchise, how does that work?
Again, they would go online, do an inquiry. I will be the person that will follow up with them. There is some requirements, of course, that they have to meet. But we're looking for people, and it's really given, it's twofold. There are a couple of different people that are franchise or chapter owners. Some of them are already small business owners, and they too just fell in love with the mission and felt their city needed an organization such as this. And others, this is their first go at being a business owner, a small business owner. There's definitely, like with any franchise, there's definitely some small costs. There's some fees, but there's also training. There's also some support. There's also myself being one that's doing a lot of virtual training with them so that their chapter can be successful, that they are able to set it up and accomplish the things. I always tell them, the leaders, create a vision within the bigger vision. Because you know your city, you know the women in your community, and you know what the needs are. As long as it emulates or it is connected to the big vision.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunity for those that want to be in a place or have something behind them where they really want to empower women.
Right.
This is a perfect opportunity for them.
Right. And like you said, it's a movement. And so the more people that can get on board with it, not only is it just about women, but it's also about men to be able to look at women, in a totally different way with all kinds of, with curves, etc. So it really becomes a way of empowering men and also being able to allow them to see that it's really not so much about, a woman that may have or plus size, whatever. So it's open to other people as well.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. We have a huge following of men. If I just talk about just here in Chicago, we have a group of men that whatever we're doing, wherever we're going, they're there with us. Some are husbands of members, and some are just our friends, our acquaintances, our colleagues, and other parts of our lives. But absolutely, there's definitely a role that men play.
Right, I think that's very important. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Welcome back to I Have a Dream Too, Empowering You show. I'm your host, Jacqueline Harris. We're here talking with Yolanda Givens. She's the National Executive Director of Project Curve Appeal. Yolanda, we were talking about how much Project Curve Appeal is growing, how it empowers many, many women from various walks of life, from state to state. And as I said, this show is about how we have dreams. Sometimes we don't push through. And I noticed that you were a social worker, okay? Talk just a little bit about that and how you redefine your purpose through not being a social worker anymore, but now National Executive Director of a huge organization. Go ahead.
Well, I've always worked in the field of social services and working with young people, and I still do today. It's just was a natural niche. I can't even remember a time when I didn't and was not able to connect with children and young people and support their families. But it is funny how you redefine yourself. You go from one thing to the next, but it's still connected.
Yes.
I think having that dream, I have a dream too, it's just who I am. So it's just a natural thing. And becoming, I guess, probably more mature, an older woman, that I wanted to give back to my fellow woman. We struggle. We're superheroes. We don't have anyone to lean on. And we know oftentimes we can be divided.
Yes.
So, I heard Steve Harvey say something the other day in accent when people always say, how do I know what my gift, or how do I know what my passion is? And he said, what do you do? What comes easy? And for me, I have like, wow, what comes easy? And I'm already doing it. Put me in front of a group of women, doing a workshop, whether I'm prepared or unprepared.
Yes.
I do well at it.
Right.
I inspire someone.
Mm-hmm.
I inspire myself in the process.
Right.
So I just know that is part of my dream.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of what I'm supposed to do. A part of my purpose is to inspire other people. Mm-hmm. And women just happen to be, my redefined purpose at the moment.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And that's wonderful that you say that, because it became your calling.
It became a calling.
It became your calling now that the dream has been realized and so forth. And it's just like me here. I'm a new talk show host. And so I find now, even myself as a social worker, is that, this is my calling here in front of cameras, and being able to share the message and go on the journey and bring people on the journey of empowerment. And it's so much more fulfilling to be able to do that.
Right.
And I'm thankful for people who have come forth and say, you know what, I want to be on the show because I want to share that dream too. You know what? Absolutely. And the gifts and the things and the talents that I have to offer, okay, many people can hear it. So there's one more thing that you're doing. You're co-authoring a book with your daughter.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I am. It is, the title is What More Can I Say?
Okay.
It is a collection of inspirational, from poems to phrases to short stories. And we really compiled it. We both are creative writers, and we both express ourselves through writing. And over the course of probably my daughter's 25 now. So over the course of the last 10 years, maybe 10 years more, maybe 20 years for myself, we had stored all these poems and stories that we wrote. So I decided to make it a project and really a gift to her. And just the idea of something that we've done and accomplished together. And the goal for our book is really that something in it will inspire someone.
Right. That's right.
I got to ask, can I come back? Because there's this poem that is, I have a dream too.
Oh, no.
Believe it or not.
Well,
yes.
how ironic. Well, then you know what? You'll definitely have to come back.
I wrote probably 16 or 17 years ago, talks about, when we think of I Have a Dream, we always think of Dr. King.
Right.
And the poem of it ends with, let's remember my dream and your dream and history,
Yes.
you know, as we're on this journey. So
Right.
I'm excited. That
Right.
book will definitely be hitting the bookshelves, Amazon, and within before the year is out.
Wonderful.
I'm proud that it's something that my daughter and I can say we did together. It will definitely be a part of a legacy of something to pass on to my grandchildren. So I'm really, really, really excited about
Wonderful.
that. And it's all about women and just women being inspired.
Absolutely. I want to thank you so much for coming on. You know you are welcome back. One social worker to another, okay? And I'm glad to be able to share, for you able to share your information and so forth, and people can reach you at www.projectcurveappeal.com. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. You have so many things that are going on. We just have a few more minutes before we close, but I just generally, I do want to give a shout out to my niece, Brianna, who today is her 19th birthday. She's in Chicago, going to college there. Yes, okay? So you might want to catch up with her. Okay,
Right.
She's in Chicago. And so I remember when she was just a little bitty thing, and now she's 19 years old and a sophomore in college. But I do want to say to her, okay, as auntie, don't let anyone steal your joy, your passion, okay? You must reclaim your confidence and walk in triumph. So what it means, you must set your goals and go after them with determination, all the determination that you can muster. And then your gifts will take place, and you will be amazed by all of the things that will come forth from all of the determination and muster that you put through. And you know why, Brianna? Because you have a dream too. So I want to thank everyone for viewing tonight. It has been a wonderful evening of sharing information about women and men and empowering. This is what the show is all about. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter. You can also email me at I have a dream too, TOO 2013 at gmail.com. You can also call me at 516-945-9390 and reach out to me if you've heard something that you want to hear again, etc. All the shows are archived, so you can definitely go to madhousetv.com and also look at the shows that you may have missed. So I just want to say thank you all to my guests, Valerie Moore that was here earlier, and then also you, Yolanda Gibbons, for Project Curve Appeal. And like I said, it's been a wonderful evening. And Brianna, have a happy birthday. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.